A full moon on Monday just before the summer solstice could bring chaos, delusional behavior and even mass shootings, an astrologer has warned. Timothy Halloran, who runs the Raza Leela Healing YouTube astrology channel, filmed a chilling video in woods in Savannah, Georgia, on Thursday, warning that the events around the pagan-celebrated solstice may not be as calm and spiritual as people imagine. He spoke of fears of an increased energy bringing about madness, hallucinations and delusions of grandeur among the population. Mr. Halloran, whose facial expressions and mannerisms have been compared to those of Russell Brand, the British comic turned revolutionist, produced promotional material for the video, called Full Moon in Sagittarius, June 16, 2016, Psychic Warfare and Crusading. In it he said, words such as enlightenment and illumination generally are perceived as being wonderful and pleasant things that we should strive for and desire to achieve. Yet the light is piercing, and it is hot, and it can be unbearable at times, particularly for those of us in the northern hemisphere during the summer solstice, when the sun scorches down and we have our longest day of the year. Coinciding with this celestial event, a day before, we have a full moon at the final degree of Sagittarius square to Chiron. He said at the time Mercury would activate a mutable grand cross between Saturn, Jupiter and a stationed retrograde Neptune. He said, to say that this is a stable time to be awake and aware would be a lie. The transitioning occurring now is like a giant wave crashing onto the shore of our own perspectives and beliefs, scattering debris everywhere, and in so doing also ripping a hole through the veil, exposing a reality we never knew existed underneath. In a rambling 40-minute video, Mr. Halloran said, "We are in the closing square. This is when this ST starts to fall apart. This is what is going on with this full moon in Sagittarius, the ripping away of veils. This is a critical time energetically. This is a time when people go off the deep end, people lose control. People do go on shooting sprees. People do have to run into total insanity. This is a potent time. This is a time when we are going to look back and remember the events, the transformations that are going on these days, as there is a lot of stuff that is lining up to make this moon quite potent. It is very easy to go off the deep end, kept swept away with paranoia and philosophy. There is an explosion of energy that will go on with this full moon. If anyone does turn psychopath during the solstice, the balmy presenter disputed they should be locked up and urged the most violent of killers to be treated with 24-hour love bombing by the most unbelievably loving and attractive people in the world. And, according to Halloran, who, in a similar stance to Brand, claimed in the video there is no democracy in the world, said there is hope among all the carnage. He urged people to bite the bullet to see the mechanism beneath the surface rather than becoming more delusional, even more crazy and even more in denial. After another rocky time of eclipses in September, will come peace through the dwarf planet Sears. He said, what is light at the end of the tunnel is Sears is saying peace and love. Things will start to calm down going into the future. After all the changes, all the awakening, the electroshock, then comes Cancer nurturing time, back into our beloved ones' circles, our tribes and empathy for one another. Thank you for hearing. Watch more videos at www.5la.net.